Hello. Today's tutorial will show you how to change your room rate for a current visit in Hospitality HouseKeeper. So first, let's go ahead and select the guest ribbon. Today, we're going to be looking at Midland. And we have Millie Midland, who's checked in June 15th and is expected to check out July 3rd. And if we look here, there's room rate and then there's an option to edit. So if we check the edit box, this will expand this area here. And in order to make a room rate change, we have a couple options. We have a drop down, which all of these can be determined by the house. You can use the adjusted percentage, and you can start the change from the start of the visit. You can also use a calendar and choose a specific date range if you'd like. So let's go ahead and take a look at just making a standard room rate change from the start of a visit. So for Millie, who has been checked in since June 15th, the current rate is $25. And you can see as of today, the house is owed $225. Millie's been in the house for 9 days, or 9 nights, I should say. So let's go ahead and make a change, and we're going to change it to 10. Okay. Then we hit save. This will take us back to the house register. And if we select Midland again, we can see that the room rate is $10. And if we scroll down, we notice immediately that the house is now owed only $90. So the change is made right at the beginning of Mrs. Millie Midland's visit. Okay. Now, if we want to make a change from a specific date range, let's take a look at that. Again, we're just going to select the edit checkbox. We can use the drop down. Let's make it $5. And we're just going to start it as of today's date is when the change is going to take place. And let's go ahead and hit save. This will again take us back to the calendar. And I love this part because immediately you can tell that something is different with Millie Midland. We have a split here, we have a dollar sign here. Immediately that's telling us that there's been a room rate change. So from the beginning of the visit to this date, and then from this date to the future, something's changed. So if we click on the new ribbon here, we can see that the room rate is $5, and for 9 nights, the house is owed 90. Okay, so that would be from today's date to July 3rd. We close that and we go back here. We can see that it was $10 from June 15th to the 24th, which is today's date. And again, it's still $90 because we haven't had any additional nights since we've made the change, right? So that is an easy way to make a room rate change. Now, not only can you identify it here from the calendar, but there's also other ways to identify it. So one thing that I want to mention before I show you that is that once the split on the calendar is made for the room rate change, there really isn't an easy way to undo the change. So you won't get rid of the split. If it was a mistake, or you made the change by accident, or you need to go back to the original rate for whatever reason, all you would do is you click back on the ribbon, you go to edit, you change it right back to whatever the original rate was, and you save it. And that way it'll be concurrent from the beginning of the visit until the future, even though you see the split in the calendar. So that's kind of a way to fix it if you do make a mistake. So I just wanted to point that out. But let's go ahead and take a look at other ways to identify the room rate change. So let's click on the ribbon here. And one way to identify it is to go to Show Statement. So if we click on that, immediately when we scroll down, we can see that here from June 15th to June 24th, rate was $10. From the 24th to July 3rd, it's 5. So easy way to identify it there. We can also identify the change by going to the reports. Now, I know a lot of the houses like using the reports. Best way to identify the room rate change is to use the visit report. And if we select it there, what we can do, let me clear this, and I'm just going to use a couple of the ones that we need today. We'll do the room and then a rates, of course. And let's go ahead and run it. And here, if we scroll down immediately, one of the things that I like about it are these icons here. These icons easily let us know that these rooms have had room rate changes. So here is Millie Midland. We can see that it is $5. We see the icon. If we put our mouse over it, there's a room rate change. So another easy way to be able to identify it. And then the last way is if you go to the guest edit tab here at the top, and if we select the guest from here, scroll down and we've got visit tab. And from the visit tab, you can see room rate change right there. So that is another easy way to be able to identify it. So there you go. Those are a couple ways to make room rate changes and how you can identify those changes. I want to thank you so much for watching. Of course, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask on the user forum. That's the flag located at the top. I am also going to put the link in this video description underneath this video. Thank you so much.